Since winter is here in my buddy's shop, it's time to get the tires studded. We're gonna take this sweet 65, did a sprocket change, getting some different gear ratio, and we're gonna take the tires off the beat up 60, which has very nice studded tires in really good shape, which, well, this one's got the axle out, but you get the point. And we're gonna swap them onto this thing. These tires are pretty beat. Just need some new tires, new studs. Make this thing look good. Do a couple different things. Put a shock spacer in here. But yeah, the shop of different boats and different projects. Well, like I said, with this thing being quite beat up, there's the hole in the exhaust from the studs. Just pulled out the drum, and that's what we got left for brake pads. Other side is absolutely nothing. And nothing, that chunk left. Where it went, no idea. Also missing a couple spokes. Yep, time to retire this thing. Thank God we got a nice minty bike. Turns out using a tire machine actually works pretty good. Neat. Lots of soap and water and a lot of fighting, and works a lot better. Turned out pulling this engine apart just to see what's wrong ended up being some completely wiped out piston rings. Somehow everything else seems to be fine, but I don't know. That is a bad piston ring, if you can see the thin spot right there. So now, got some rings on order. Mitch is here doing some measurements. I'm gonna try to slap it back together, see what ends up happening. Back at my shop today, here working on the studded tires for the KX60 and 65 now. We did decide we are gonna try to rebuild the 60, which I will show you in a little bit. We pulled it apart. Apparently the cylinder is great, it just needs rings. Quite surprising, but I will show you that later. As of right now, we're gonna try some studded tires, something different from what I'm used to. We're gonna try the Tapcons and the 1/4-20 nuts. I'm gonna flip the camera around. We'll show you what I got going on. All right, so this is what we're gonna be using. It is a 1/4-inch Tapcon that is 1 1/4 long, and just some 1/4-20s. Just gonna do it on the rear tires, since the fronts actually hold up pretty good with just the screw-in studs. Don't have like a single one that has pulled out. But in the rear, multiple missing. So this is what it's gonna look like. I might tack weld, but we'll see how it turns out. So far, that's how it looks. These are the head. So inside the tire, they sit pretty flush, which is pretty nice, as you can see, like that. We are gonna try some different tires here to line the insides, see how that works. Definitely a new method to me, but not something new for studding tires, as we can take a quick look over here at my tire collection. We have some old Banshee tires that I studded up many years ago. This is for the Can-Am that's actually on tracks that you see in the videos. When I'm not running tracks and doing ice riding and racing, I run these tires that are all filled with snowmobile studs. And then when I'm doing normal riding, I got normal non-studded tires and a couple older mud tires. So let's get started this long process. Got my snacks ready to go. And thankfully it's just one tiny rear tire that I gotta do. But do have to pull out a lot of the middle studs that are already in, and let's take a look and see how it ends up. I'll get back to you once I get a couple more done. All right, got all the old studs out. You can kind of see the pattern I'm going for. So the side lugs, I'm gonna do a Tapcon every single one. The middle lugs, I'm gonna basically alternate. One, go back and forth all the way around. And again, side lugs here. Since I do only have 100 Tapcons, I'm kind of gonna try that out. I'm gonna keep all the screw cold cutter studs in the side lugs and add the ones that are ripped out. Start putting 99 more Tapcons in. See where we go.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
And just like that, they're all done. Like I said, I think I'm gonna throw a tack weld on each one. So this way they can't ever just the nut back off. But we will we'll be heading over to my buddy Mitch's shop there where he has a tire machine, which makes it a whole lot easier to clamp the rim and try to get these small dirt bike tires on, because they can be a fight for sure. So here's the pattern that I just staggered from one to the next down the middle, and we just did every other lug, or every lug down the side. So yeah, back at Mitch's shop. What do you think?
Looks violent.
Should get some grip on the ice, and then we can throw this thing back together. Mitch was over here cleaning off the KX60 engine. Get some rings for that and slap it back together. Now the fight of trying to get those back on rims. After one hell of a fight, finally got the tires mounted with the new Tapcon studs. Man, does it look gnarly. Has a way better stance. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Multiple tubes, tires, a fight. Definitely pinched 3 front tubes trying to line it. Even used the tire machine, soap, lube, everything. But we did get it on, and she's looking good now. But look at the pile of tires and tubes that we went through. Ready to hit the ice.
What you doing?
Studding the scooter with some of the smallest studs that I have ever used. I've super glued my fingers now probably 10 times. It's been so enjoyable. Already running out. What? If you're ever studding any sort of thing that takes the screw and studs, what seems to actually work really well is just a dab of super glue. Just like Loctite on any bolts, a little dab of super glue actually goes a long way for ripping them out. Because anybody knows, once you start riding any sort of these screw and studs, they get ripped out like nothing. Throwing some grip tape on, because in the winter this is very, very slippery. It's like riding a sheet of ice on ice. But it is a dual electric 56 volt scooter. Honestly, I don't remember what watt. Does around 70 kilometers an hour, since we are in Canada and we are in kilometers, even though I do like to measure a lot of the power sports speed in miles an hour. But it does do 70 kilometers an hour, so we'll see how it works out. Get some extra grip on here. We'll try it out, take it for a rip. All right, studded tires are out ripping on the ice. They are working amazing. Scooter tires, how are the scooter's tires working?
Not very good.
Yeah, not so good with this little ½ inch of snow we got. Or I should say maybe a centimeter or 2 for the Canadians, which we are. But, oh, we got a little wheelie out of it. Not the worst thing. This is very slick ice. Let's see. Let me see those studs, though. For being, yeah, those little tiny guys. they're actually working pretty good. Clear that off. Oh, she ate the ice up pretty good. But the 65 with the Tapcons and mixed in with some others, like the normal screw-in studs, are working amazing. I'm thinking we're gonna have to do this to the front next year. That'll be an improvement because I do just have the screw-in studs. And for leaning the bike over, the front tire needs some more grip. I wish I would have actually finished studding all the edges, but we'll give you a couple of videos of it ripping, see how it does.
Okay, this looks better. Oh, the snow is pumping my face. There's a quiet zone. I need goggles. God damn. Don't do that without goggles.
Yeah, I know, it's really hard to see right
You can't see a thing.
Actually tearing up the ice?
This handle pole is too long.
You're too short.
That's what hurt.
Tried it two-wheel drive.
Tried earlier.
Too much power?
It just takes off.
Oh yeah, too much power in the two-wheel drive. He's down. Those racing stripes on the side of his head, they're not helping him.
You get like enough speed.
He needs some studded shoes.